America.
It all started in Ontario, Canada, for those who don't know. It was Rebecca, she went to Lubbock and she met KVO. The whole world didn't stop and explode. They were like, I don't know. But now they best friends and here they go with their own show. And they gotta say, yo, they're gonna make you laugh, they're gonna make you cry. This is made in North America, oh my. Made in North America. Made in North America.
Ooh, yeah. Made in North America. Come on.
Oh,
Hi.
friends.
My son is dancing. Hello, people. Hello.
So Twitch says the title of our show is invalid. So if you're supposedly watching from Twitch,
So use a number 1 instead of an I. I've seen many people do that. Like they substitute numbers for so that way you don't use the word you don't cuss, and then words like killer and things that are, I guess, like I would be considered a buzzword.
that's dumb. I don't like
I
that.
know. I agree.
Mhm.
So where is everybody? Come on, it's Tuesday. No, I know you people don't have anything to fucking do.
And it's
You're on
cold,
your well, in Lubbock it's cold.
sort of.
I'm gonna put this back up because I didn't like the way it looked.
That's-
I'm gonna try to get us some more peeps. Let's go. Checking connection.
It's serial killers. Like
I
how
know.
unless maybe it didn't like our title on Facebook either. That'd be really stupid. I don't know.
Hello, Instagram. Hello, Instagram. So I'm gonna go live on Instagram as well. Hi. So hey everyone at Instagram world. So I'm gonna kind of bob and weave.
Bob and weave.
I'm bobbing and weaving.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah. Hey, so check out my shirt.
Where'd you get that from?
Walmart. I fucking scored this at Walmart.
I like that.
I do too.
I would.
Because it's white too, because that way I didn't look
Yeah.
like a freaking jaundice patient. So
Oh no.
yeah, I can go get you one. I got it at Walmart because it's true.
Mine also needs to say and cats because I can't leave Millie out anymore.
We can
It's
take
not
a
fair.
Sharpie
Yeah,
and
we'll just
put-
write it in there.
and kitties.
Kitties.
And kitties. Look, everybody, look. More dogs and less people. Yes. So all you guys joining it. Oh, I know there's got to be more of y'all. So, oh my God. But anyway, yes.
We're made in North America.
We are
here
made
all
in
the
North
time
America.
on Tuesday, and we're not sure why you're not, so it's fine.
Yeah, we're live on our show right now, and I'm live on Instagram as well. So I'm doing both.
We're trying to do a duo thing here, so
Yeah.
it's kind of interesting.
No. Oh, we got some comments going. So Lucas says, "Hello, girls. How was your day?" It was okay.
It's fine.
Our day was okay. It's all right.
I mean, there's things that I would have changed about it, but
Same. I had a doctor's appointment for the back.
the back pain.
Yeah, nobody cares. You care. I know you care.
I do care. If you would have told me, I would have been like, "Hey, how was your appointment today?"
Barry says, "No pit bulls." No, there were no pit bulls at Walmart. No pit bulls were at Walmart. The pibbles were not at Walmart.
Pebbles.
Pibbles or
Wait.
pitties.
He's at Walmart. Well, thanks for watching. from
I'm at Walmart. Oh, well, you have fun at Walmart, Barry. Have fun at Walmart. I love
I
Walmart.
do too.
Absolutely love it.
I also the only there's a couple of nice things about
Background
America.
is awesome. Hey, thanks, Rob. We like our background too. Amazon, Tapestry, Galaxy, and we added curtain lights
yeah.
because we're creative as fuck. Bitches, we're creative as fuck. Anyways.
So I have blue hair this week, and so we're actually gonna have a grand old time.
Yes, and because You have blue hair because
It's my birthday.
it's her birthday tomorrow, y'all. Tomorrow.
I am
Tomorrow.
old as fuck. No, not really.
You're
but
not old as fuck.
No,
You're gonna be.
eventually.
I'm old as fuck.
But my birthday is my favorite day of the entire year.
It is.
I
This is
literally
fact.
tell people every single day that it's going to be my birthday soon for like a month. And I expect them to be equally as excited. And they're generally not. So it's fine. Hey, what's up, people?
See her behind the microphone. She's there. She's there. I'm gonna have you guys on live with me while we do our show.
So today, as you can see from the title of our show,
Yes.
got mass murderers, I called it from mass murderers to serial killers because they actually called them.
Yeah, we're gonna talk about
Called them.
serial killers and all that morbid cool shit
Yeah.
today on our episode.
Well, they called
Serial
them
killers.
mass murderers first because they didn't know like the term
Yeah.
serial killers right away.
I wonder if they went with the word cereal with a C first and then thought, well, we can't do that. The cereal boxes may get offended. So that's why we had to change it to SERIAL.
They canceled serial.
They canceled. Yeah.
Um,
They were like, nope, it's not happening.
Yeah, I don't think that was the case. But maybe, I don't know. So if you guys are watching, then tell us about who your favorite serial killer is, and maybe we'll just like talk about it because we've got our favorites. It's weird maybe that we have favorite serial
Yeah,
killers.
we do.
but-
I do have a fascination with a specific serial killer.
Mhm.
Maybe it was the way he did his stuff. I don't know. I just find him interesting.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, what he did was fucked. What they all did was fucked up. But it's just interesting. Like, what? Like, it makes you it makes you think, like, what the fuck is going on in their head? Like, why? What is driving them to this, to do this? And it's just, psychology is a fascinating subject.
Yeah. It
Absolutely.
definitely is. And it's really interesting to like look into the minds of these guys.
Yes.
And my grandpa.
That's your, wait, who?
Well, it's
Grandpa. Hi, Grandpa McGee.
My grandma is typing.
Ah. Good job typing, Grandma McGee. I'm Kaylee. I'm Rebecca's best friend.
And thanks, guys. I'm sure I'll talk to you tomorrow. But thank you for watching because that's great. So excited. Okay, so we got a today in history
We do have a today in history.
since we want to talk about.
And it is not weed related. Happy 420
No, but
to you
happy
guys, by
420.
the way. We have nothing against weed.
No, it's
all
not
you,
that.
all you potheads and smokers out there. Happy 420.
Yeah, enjoy yourselves.
Yep. Cool beans. Whatever floats your boat. Whatever makes, whatever. All right. So, actually, today is or was Hitler's birthday.
Hitler was born on April 20th.
April 20th. Oh, Hitler, you
I don't know.
scoundrel.
What year?
Hold
Yeah.
on. I had that.
It doesn't matter.
It was like late 1800s, I think.
Probably.
No. Yeah?
Yeah, because he
Yeah.
fought in World War One.
He sure the hell
Or
did
not
fight in
fought,
World War One.
but he was in World War One.
Yeah.
So the reason that we're bringing, first for context, we're bringing Hitler into this because we consider him a mass murderer.
Yeah.
So that's why we're bringing him into this.
I mean,
We have-
millions of Jews, gypsies,
Yeah,
handicaps, gays. Yeah. If you weren't white,
blonde hair, blue eyes,
yeah, then you were wrong, basically.
basically.
I'm trying to find his year.
It doesn't matter. Nobody
It
cares.
doesn't
He was born April 20th. That's what you got to know. You don't need to
Yeah,
really
he was
know
born
a year.
April
And I'm not going to give him the satisfaction of knowing a year. We have some fun facts about him. Or
I
you
do, actually. I pulled up some fun facts about Hitler.
Just
I know you guys
because-
on Instagram enjoyed my Hitler memes for Valentine's Day. Because I think they're funny. Anyways, so according to this one site, the inspiration for the Seek Hell, you know, where he does the whole like this thing. Apparently, he got that from American football, from the cheerleaders.
Stop.
Yeah, he totally got the Seek Hell from American cheerleaders at football because he had a homeboy who was studying at Harvard University, and this guy, his name was Ernst. He was so impressed by the camaraderie of the football team and the cheerleaders, and that what he saw at an American sporting event, that he passed it on to Hitler, and Hitler fucking used this as like his rallying cry.
Oh my god.
Yeah, he totally stole from some fucking cheerleaders.
Americans.
What a loser. He is such a fucking loser.
Oh my god.
What a loser, guys. Loser.
That's so
And I'm
weird.
sorry, Grandma and Grandpa McGee, for my language. I'm so sorry.
It's fine.
I
sure
cuss
they've
like a
heard
sailor.
worse.
It's awful.
Trucker mouth.
Oh, there she is.
Here, I'll just put my hair in it so that you know I'm here.
I'll just hold it. Thank you. So, let's see. Let's find another fact. He was a vegetarian dictator.
That's so weird.
So, you wouldn't normally, I guess, attribute vegetarianism with a guy known for mass killings. But his dietary disposition did not stem from moral implications. He made a decision to become a vegetarian following the autopsy of a former girlfriend and niece. Ew.
Ew.
Did I read that right?
Oh my god.
I guess her name was Jelly. She committed suicide by shooting herself in the heart. So,
Probably because he has to do
and she was not the only woman in his life to attempt suicide.
They weren't all got away from him is basically what we're getting at.
And then, of course, we all know his girlfriend, Eva Braun, who, had she had earlier attempted suicide following Hitler's neglect of his mistress. And then she famously killed herself along with Hitler in the bunker, at the very end. And then he also shot his dog, which I really, really hate the fact that he did that.
Yeah, I don't understand.
I was pissed about that. So he was a vegetarian because his girlfriend committed suicide.
Which is interesting that he would kill his dog then.
At the very end, he killed his dog, lady.
Yeah.
She had a German Shepherd, and he killed her too, so that, because they were all going to die.
Men.
I know. Oh, your parents said no problem.
For your mouth, yeah.
So sweet. I love you guys.
Oh, jeez.
Okay. So on this site as well, after studying Hitler's handwriting in 1937, the psychologist Carl Jung, if y'all don't know about him, y'all should look him up. He's got some good shit. Concluded that behind his handwriting, I recognized the typical characteristics of a man with essentially feminine instincts.
Well, damn.
I guess. I wonder if that comes from his love for art too, because he's a failed art student. He tried to get into Vienna, School of Art or something, and he was not accepted. And I think he threw a tantrum about it. I know plenty of guys who throw temper tantrums, especially when they don't go to the sex toy store with you.
Oh.
Rebecca and I visited Adam and Eve last night, and it was a good time.
It was.
We had a lot of fun.
Yeah.
We were trying to find the smallest dildo in the entire store.
It was a nub.
It was a nub. Literally a nub. It was really
not
fun.
for us.
No, definitely not for us. Oh, and by the way, ladies and guys, if you really enjoy your significant other's schlong, Johnson, cock, they have take-home molding kits in various colors, colors of the rainbow.
They can glow in the dark.
So you can find it. So I guess if it's small enough, then you can get a glow in the dark mold kit, and then you'll be able to see it in the dark. Otherwise, So anyways, if you guys haven't had a trip to Adam and Eve, this shit is hilarious. It's so much fun.
So impressed by it, honestly. It's a weirdly classy looking sex store.
Yeah, it was really nice. And I'm really shocked that here in Lubbock, Texas, we got an Adam and Eve store, considering how conservative this town is, and us being in Texas and being in the Bible Belt, we have a sex toy lingerie store here in town. And it was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Yeah. Both Rebecca and I got some good news yesterday, and she was just in a really good mood. Her birthday's tomorrow. And I was like, hey, come on over. Let's go to Adam and Eve.
Yeah. So that's what we did.
Yeah. And it was a lot of fun. So with that said, and we all know in 1939, Hitler became Times Magazine's Man of the Year. Why? I don't know.
I really actually want like one of those magazines though. Like just as a historical piece.
Yeah.
Like that would be so interesting to have, because I'm guaranteeing you that there's not a lot of those left.
Oh God, no. I'm sure a lot of people have them stashed somewhere.
Yeah.
And they don't want to tell anybody because they don't want people to think that they're, a Nazi sympathizer. But let's see. Oh, he was superstitious.
Same.
He would never remove his coat in public because let's see. Because of his possibly because of his greater mission to maintain his ordered authoritative presence. So he never removed his coat in public. So that way he looked like a badass all the time, I'm guessing.
I mean, was his coat like something special or something?
Well, usually your military uniform coat is what holds all your
medals,
all your insignia, your patches. And if you've seen pictures of World War II and everything like that, then you know that the Germans had very elaborate uniforms.
Yeah.
So I guess he just wanted to look like, the official badass in front of everybody. Apparently he had a sweet tooth. He would eat 2 pounds of chocolate a day. Good God. And then adding sugar to red wine before consuming it. Okay, I bet that wasn't sugar.
That's really weird.
So, happy birthday, Adolf Hitler, who was actually almost born. It said that he was actually almost born like another name. Maybe I read that somewhere else. But yeah, his name was almost not Adolf Hitler. It was like something else, something like really Germany and weird.
I'm not going to wish him a happy birthday.
But anyways, yeah. I mean, he's dead, so.
Yeah.
Hitler gone.
He gone.
He gone. Hi, Webb. I love you, Webb. So, Webb, we're doing our show live, and I'm just on Instagram live because we're doing our Made in North America live as well. But I love you, Webb. Your demands.
All right.
So that was our history of the day.
We got a little bit more. We went a little bit over what we usually do, but it is what it is.
Oh, and I promised on my Facebook that we would also. So I got Rebecca. I've got one of her gifts, and I'm going to have her open it for the first time here on live. I wanted to do it on the show. So,
but we could have done it at the end.
No, we're doing this shit right now because
Right.
this is fun too.
Yeah.
So
It is big.
I'm reusing the bag you gave me because that's what I do. I reuse gift bags because I save them up.
Yeah, that's fine.
So happy birthday, early birthday. I'm going to take this. Hey guys, how are you? I can't read that. I think, is that Portuguese? I don't know.
I can't read other languages, so.
I can do some Spanish, but okay. Anyways, oh snap. All right. I'm going to point you guys over here too. So that way, now you guys can see Rebecca open up her gift. And we're going to do this live. And I'm so excited. I've been wanting to get this for months. I'm fucking excited.
I'm concerned.
Don't be concerned. I promise you're going to love it.
It's not a dildo.
She's going to love it.
Well,
I could not wait to get this. And no, it's not a penis.
it's Millie.
It's Millie.
Oh, she's so beautiful. It's Millie. Look it. That's my cat.
It is. It is. So since Rebecca loves her cat, I had several pictures to choose from. And I tried to choose the best one I thought would work for this picture. And then I tried to find the most regal and royal, queen-like,
She's definitely a queen.
yeah.
The queen.
I thought it was fucking awesome.
So cute. Oh my god.
And I could not wait to get this. Happy birthday.
Oh, it's so Millie's just gonna sit with me for the rest of the episode. I'm just gonna put her right here. Thank you.
You're welcome. Yay. I'm so excited. I was so excited to show her. I couldn't wait.
All right. And Millie's gonna sit with us.
Sir Millie. So Nathan, Millie is a female, so that would be your highness.
It's Queen Millie, exactly.
Yeah.
He changed it.
Queen Millie, yes, there you go. Good job. So I got that. If you guys are wondering, I'll promote them, but I don't have any affiliation with them. I got it at Crown and Paw. Just, the random ads that you get when you like scrolling through Facebook and shit like that. So I love them.
I actually did one for Chris, for Zeke.
Did you?
As an astronaut.
Oh my god.
So now I have my own and it's gonna go right above my desk and Millie's gonna be like, the fuck is that?
Yeah. Like, when did you get another cat?
That's me.
Those are such great gifts, you guys. So if you have an animal lover in your family or something, I think it was great. I don't know. I had to like immortalize her in this because that's Rebecca's baby.
It's so accurate too. Like it's so Millie.
Yeah, I think that's the one of her sitting on the chair, I believe.
It's so accurate. Yeah, that's what my cat looks like.
Yeah, with clothes on.
Yeah, with clothes on, and she probably doesn't have a tail in this either. So
Mice Krispies. Someone said Mice Krispies. Tell her this joke. What does a cat eat for breakfast? Mice Krispies. Ha! I told you.
You botched the joke.
I know, because like I'm reading the parts that I can see. The comments are hard to read on Instagram Live.
Yeah, I know.
But that's okay. So let's see. Your grandma and grandpa, they said happy birthday, Blue Eyes. Oh, wait, we already saw that, huh?
Yeah, but that's okay.
And then Robbie Boston asked, have you ever heard of Ricky Lee Green? Is that one of the, I guess that's the serial killer in Georgia?
Texas.
Oh, Texas. Oh, okay. I guess not.
4 people in Texas, and he's a suspect in 8 more murders, apparently.
Hi, Steven.
4 to 12. That's what he said.
4 to 12 people he killed?
Apparently. So let's
we're gonna dive into it.
Yeah, let's dive.
All right, we're gonna get into serial killers now. Basically the theme of our show, because Rebecca and I really love morbidity and we like this stuff. We're fascinated by psychology. We're fascinated by history. Let's throw a little bit of murder in there.
Why not?
Not a little bit, a lot of murder, since that's our jam. That's our jam. What are we starting out with? He was born in 1889. I did have that shit pulled up. Hitler was born April 20th, 1889.
You wanted to start with the Ripper.
I did want to start with the Ripper.
Just because.
All right, so we're going to start with Jack the Ripper. Everybody knows a little bit about Jack the Ripper. He was over in England. So because we like to do things chronologically, because we're just sort of groomed that way. How sad.
I know.
We live such sad lives. But
I don't know about you. I don't think I do.
So a fact about Jack the Ripper: 5 women were killed in the so-called Autumn of Terror in the year 1888. Well, a long time ago.
Cool.
So the 5 were known in Ripper lore as the canonical 5. Okay. All right. At least 6 other murders have been linked to him. Let's see, including a prostitute by the name of Martha Tabram. She was a Whitechapel resident who had been working as a prostitute. Her body was found on August 7th, 1888 in the George Yard buildings, having suffered 39 stab wounds to the chest and abdomen. Holy hell, 39 times. I mean, that's like saying, I fucking hate you.
Overkill.
Die, bitch, die. Die. I don't know why 39 times, but he really did not like her.
That's just an overkill thing.
That is overkill.
That would happen later with other Rippers or Ripper copycats.
Copycats. I love the copycats because we can't be an original. 4 of the 5 Ripper victims had previously been married. That sucks. The first victim had spent years prior to her death in and out of the workhouse, where she was a charwoman. Not sure what that is. A charwoman. If you're from the UK, maybe elaborate what a charwoman is, because I have no idea.
Maybe like a chimney sweep.
Maybe.
I don't know.
Or cook?
I have no idea.
So the sum total of her possessions when she was killed, she had a comb, a white handkerchief, and a broken piece of mirror. 2 of the victims were murdered on the same night, around 2 a.m. Both women had been murdered by slash wounds to the throat. Except one had not, only one of them was not disemboweled, leading to the suggestion that the Ripper was interrupted. Oh, how dare somebody walk in on him mutilating a girl?
But that's basically what...
Like he was scared off.
Yeah, like that's... They start rushing things and...
Getting sloppy.
Yeah.
The third victim was born near Sweden, near Gothenburg in Sweden. So she was born in Sweden. I wonder what she was doing in London.
Probably hanging out, visiting.
Oh, let's see. So she received money after the death of her mom, and then she went to London. She learned to speak both English and Yiddish in addition to her native language, I guess, Swiss.
That's cool.
That is cool. Poor thing.
Is Swiss its own language?
What does Sweden speak? Oh, I'm sorry. Swedish. She speaks Swedish. I was thinking Switzerland. Swiss. You speak. Jesus Christ. I am losing my mind. She spoke Swedish.
We'll just put Millie here.
Yes, Millie here. Yes. Swedish. Hi, everybody on Instagram. Hi. If you're just joining us, doing my live show, Made in North America. I tagged it in my stories. I figured I'd go live on Instagram so you guys can get a taste of like how Rebecca and I do our show every Tuesday night. See, there she is.
Hi.
Kind of hard. I'll have to figure out how to do this. So, the funerals of the victims were quiet affairs. I guess maybe that was the family's, preference. And then the first reference to Jack the Ripper was made in a letter, supposedly from the killer themselves.
He was never caught, though.
No, he wasn't.
And that's why you have a lot of...
And then hundreds of names have been put forward as Ripper suspects. Hundreds. Good God.
Yeah.
I wonder if they could go back and like work on that, especially with all the technology that we have today.
I mean, they could, but what are they going to do at this point? I guess maybe like a lot of the families and stuff would probably be gone at this point.
True.
I guess just to solve it and be like, yeah, this guy was Jack the Ripper. I don't know.
Right.
That'd be kind of cool. But.
So yeah, that would be like, I don't know any other mass killers before him. Or obviously I didn't do that much research. So
yeah, and the difference, I guess, with this idea of mass murderers and serial killers is that like when you think mass murder, you don't really think like up close and personal
Right.
Like you think somebody who, like Hitler, sits back and just kind of watches or hides behind a weapon kind of thing. Whereas these people like get right up in your face.
Yeah.
Like, it's kind of messed up.
So let's see. You want to go do another one?
I can do one.
Okay. Yeah, we'll just go back and forth.
Yeah, that's fine. So I guess like we can follow suit with the Yorkshire Ripper because
let's do that.
So if you haven't seen the Ripper on Netflix, like you absolutely need to go see the Ripper on Netflix. You have to watch the Ripper on Netflix. So basically, there's this guy in who they call the Yorkshire Ripper because of where he was killing in England, I believe it was. And I don't know. I don't remember exactly how many people he murdered. Oh, I'm just going to put this
Here,
down.
I'll hold on to Millie. Millie. Come here, Millie.
Yeah.
Millie.
I don't remember exactly how many. I feel like it was like 8 or something. His name is Peter Sutcliffe, first of all. So he was the English serial killer who was dubbed the Yorkshire Ripper because of the way that he killed people. So it was very similar to what Jack the Ripper does.
Just slashing, slicing, and dicing.
He would go up behind them and like hit them.
Knock them out?
Yeah, with like a hammer and then
Jesus.
stab them.
I would think the hammer to the head would automatically probably cause them to die.
But the funny thing is it doesn't. Because there were survivors.
Oh,
Literally
okay.
saw him, and that's why. Like the documentary on it is so cool.
And this is the one on Netflix, right?
Yeah, like it's so interesting. And so the people who he was attacking were prostitutes. He had some sort of issue with prostitutes, and
probably an intimacy problem.
Well, yeah, you could. At that point, though, it's the late 70s, I believe. So they're kind of still just understanding what a serial killer is.
Right. I'm trying to think of
all of those.
What John Douglas would say today.
Yeah, exactly. It took him like a whole bunch of years. I think it was like, let's see, between 1975 and 1980. So 5 years it took to catch him. He killed 13 women and attempted murder of 7 others in that time period. So it's a lot of people to get on. You can just turn it to you.
No, I was seeing if there were any more comments.
Oh.
So
yeah, he's one of those people that I'm fascinated about because he comes at the same time that like my area of history is, and so you see a lot of protests in the streets of London, like this idea of like taking back the night because they had like curfews for women and stuff so that they wouldn't go out after a certain point.
Now, does this run into the anti-rape movement?
Yeah.
Did it bleed into the UK?
I don't think so. I don't actually think that they had their own, but they had movements towards any violence against women, which is exactly like the time that this is happening.
Yeah.
He is like killing all these prostitutes, and they're just, a lot of the time they would just be like, oh, it's just prostitutes, so who cares? Because they're technically like seen as the scum of the earth, which is
what they're doing is already immoral. Yeah.
So a lot of people just kind of were like, whatever. But then he killed like a 16-year-old girl accidentally, thinking it was a prostitute. Oops. So then all of a sudden people are like, oh, this could happen to me. And so they started having a lot of like curfews and rules and stuff that women had to follow, which is ridiculous. I literally wore my protect your daughter, cross that shit out, and educate your son. Yeah, just educate them how to treat women, because that's exactly why. Like, there was a murder that happened, I think, like end of 2020 or something in London, and this girl is just like walking home. She got murdered. And so that this slogan came out of that. But anyway, so yeah, eventually he gets caught. He gets 20 consecutive life sentences. And the really, really, so I watched this documentary, and I was like, I wonder if he's dead, because he was like 35 or something when he started this, I guess. Something like that. And so, yeah, he did die. He was diagnosed with COVID in November of 2020, and he died in the hospital because of that.
Oh, shit.
Yeah.
Well, karma's a bitch.
Karma's a real bitch.
Karma's a bitch.
If COVID did anything right, they took the Yorkshire Ripper. And that's pretty awesome.
That is pretty
I was
awesome.
like, I read that and I was like, yes. Like, come on.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's him. So he kind of, like I said, the way he killed people and attacked them and stuff was very similar to Jack the Ripper, and that's why they called him
the Yorkshire
Ripper. There was a letter at some point that was sent as well, but that ended up not being him. So that's it.
Yay.
Yeah, so that one's one of the ones that I like. I don't know.
Cool.
If you haven't seen The Ripper on Netflix, go watch it. It's so freaking good. I'm about to go watch it again, honestly, because I'm like so excited about
There's
it.
Millie.
Millie's going to come back to me. She's going to sit
Hi,
with me.
friends. I don't think I have anybody watching. Everyone left my live. Is anybody still here on my Instagram? I don't even know. I don't see anything. Oh, one. Hi. Okay.
We have 3 here, so.
I don't know. I think there's got to be more than that. Come on, people.
I think it just doesn't, because it doesn't go to our personal pages. Even if we share it, it's still.
I don't know. Well, we'll see. All right. So I'm going to talk about. Okay. He's around that time.
He's 90s.
Late 70s to early 90s. So my fascination, the guy I find most fascinating is Jeffrey Dahmer. We all know, bits and pieces about Jeffrey Dahmer.
Pun intended.
Yeah, bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces.
Bits and pieces.
In the refrigerator.
I even watched this. My son and I watched this 2-hour long freaking. Oh yeah, I was gonna do that too. 2-hour long documentary on Jeffrey Dahmer, and Caleb was even fascinated. So obviously he's an American. We're going back to we're going to the United States. He was obviously a serial killer and a sex offender. Between the years of 1978 to 91 is where he was doing all his stuff. He murdered 17 males in a horrific fashion, to include rape, dismemberment, necrophilia, and cannibalism were all part of his MO. So basically all part of his motive, what he... that was his goal. Research says that he had a normal childhood, but that he became withdrawn and uncommunicative. He didn't talk very much as he got older, showing no interest in hobbies or social interaction as he became an adolescent. And instead, he examined animal carcasses and then started drinking heavily for entertainment. He still managed to graduate high school. He attended some college, dropped out due to his alcoholism. His father forced him to enlist in the army. That's fucking great. He served as a combat medic in Germany from 1979 to 1981. That I didn't know.
I didn't know that either.
He served in the army. That's great. He was a freaking medic. Awesome.
Well, I bet that's how he learned some stuff.
But he still had drinking problems, so he ended up, I guess he got kicked out. Let's see. So he moved back to Ohio, where he's from. His father ended up sending him to Wisconsin with his grandma. And then he would frequently visit gay bathhouses where he would drug men and rape them as they were unconscious. He was arrested twice for indecent exposure, and he only faced probation and wasn't charged for the rape. Let's see. So I don't know why it's not listing his first victim, but his second victim, he picked up at a bar where he took him back to a hotel room, and he woke up the next morning to the body being beaten to death. And so he claimed that he didn't remember having done that. Let's see. He stated that he had no memory of actually murdering this gentleman, implying that he had committed the crime on some sort of blackened out impulse. And then his killings just continued after that sporadically. I'm trying to find the part where he starts eating them.
He is a really interesting person too, because he was trying to do a lot of things with the body. He was super fascinated in biology.
Right. He became infatuated with the idea that he could turn his victims into zombies to act as youthful and submissive sexual partners.
Yeah.
And then he used different techniques such as drilling holes into their skull and injecting hydrochloric acid or boiling water into their brains. Soon the neighbors began to complain about, so he lived in an apartment building. So this is why neighbors were able to hear things and smell things. So his neighbors would hear strange noises, and then they would smell the stuff coming from his apartment. On one occasion, he lobotomized his victim, and he left him unattended. And then that I believe it was a kiddo too. It was a young one and he managed to he made it out onto the street to ask several people passing by for help. And then when Dahmer, when he returned, he was able to convince the police that the young man was just simply his intoxicated boyfriend. So the officers failed to run a background check on Dahmer and to see that he had a sex offender status, and then basically allowing him to narrowly escape for a little bit, which was kind of fucked up. But yeah, so when they finally got to his apartment, they found pictures of dead bodies, dismembered limbs that allowed them to finally place Dahmer under arrest. Gee, really? What was it? Was it the pictures or was it the dismembered limbs?
There was so many times that the police showed up, though,
yeah,
and that nothing was
exactly
done.
He was able to sort of cover his ass.
Wasn't
really
there
well.
a person in the bathtub when the police came or something?
I can't remember.
I feel like that was
They found a severed head in his refrigerator, 3 more severed heads throughout the apartment, multiple photographs of the victims, and more human remains in his refrigerator. They found a total of 7 skulls, as well as a human heart in the freezer. An altar was constructed with candles and human skulls in his closet. He confessed after he was taken into custody, and began divulging the gruesome details of his crimes to the authorities. He was indicted on 15 murder charges, and he pled insanity as his defense due to the nature of, his disturbing and uncontrollable impulses. The court declared him sane, and then they charged him as guilty on all 15 accounts of murder, and he was sentenced to 15 life terms for a total of 957 years in prison.
Yikes.
Yikes. But then in May of that same year, he entered a guilty plea for the murder of his first victim, Stephen Hicks, and received an additional life sentence.
Oh boy.
So yeah, he was in prison in Wisconsin. He said, they say that he expressed remorse for his actions and wished for his own death. And then he was attacked twice by fellow inmates, with the first attempt to slice his neck open, leaving him only with superficial wounds. And then he was attacked a second time in 1994 by an inmate as they cleaned one of the prison showers, and he was found still alive but died on the way to the hospital from severe head trauma. Good for you, inmates.
Yeah, really.
Good for you.
Congratulations on doing something right.
Yeah. So yeah, Jeffrey Dahmer he's an interesting guy. I wish I had more of his memorized, but
I know I've listened to his podcasts and stuff about him. That's why that was one of them that I actually listened to. It was a 3-part podcast, and it was so some of the details. I'm just oh my God, I didn't need to know this.
Did he get his stimulus check? So Ryan, I don't think Dahmer got his stimulus check because he wasn't alive. So he died in 1994 by fellow inmates. So no, he didn't get any of his stimmies. No.
That's when I was born, so.
Tomorrow,
1994.
1994.
Okay. So my favorite one.
Ooh.
Oh, first of all, I texted Chris a picture of this, and I said, "Look at, Millie.
At Queen Millie."
And he said the people who did it was trying to make her slim.
Aw. Oh, she's wearing a corset. She's wearing those corsets. You have to put your foot in the person's back and pull the.
She's all. It's just spilling out.
Yeah.
She's like a banana bread. But yeah. So anyway, I just wanted to tell you that because I thought that was really funny.
That is funny.
The person that I really enjoyed listening or learning about, and that's because this is on Netflix. I started watching the Ted Bundy confession tapes. And the more I watched it, I was like, holy shit, this guy is so crazy. He's so fascinating because of his inherent cockiness, where he's just I'm so great, whatever. I'm never going to get caught. And then escapes twice, and then still is trying, up until the day he was supposed to be electrocuted. Literally was I didn't do any of these things.
I guess he was trying to believe his own lies.
I don't know. There's some sort of delusion there. But he was born in 1946, and he's honestly just best known as the person who kidnapped, raped, and murdered so many young women and girls during the 1970s. Again, this is at the same time when I guess the Yorkshire Ripper is a little later, but it's kind of the same concept where there's women's movements going on. And so that's why I kind of like it as well. Because this is when the anti-rape movement's coming through.
And the fact that he's, choosing women as his victims.
So they started actually doing protests and stuff in Washington.
So guys, if you were feeling left out, Dahmer's your man. Because Dahmer picked men. So don't feel left out, guys, that you're not being chosen by serial killers, because you were.
That's fair, yeah. I'm sure there's others that did it. I guess, yeah. Okay. So he confessed to 30 homicides, but I don't even think he would have kept, maybe he would have kept count, but he probably just went on this these rampages and then either forgot or something, or just didn't want to confess to them, or wanted that as ammo, because that's one of the things that he did when he was in prison trying to appeal his case is hey, dangling bodies in front of people and being,
that's lovely.
I know where this person is, and I know what happened to her, kind of thing. So
yeah, Robbie, sorry. He says, yeah, Ted was out there.
Yeah, he was a very eccentric person. Like his personality is very like charming, and the ladies like to look at him, which I don't get because he's not that attractive.
Maybe then that was what was considered attractive.
I don't know.
I don't either.
Maybe he was like the equivalent of 1970s fuckboy.
Maybe.
Anyway, so he killed in like Washington, Oregon, Colorado, Utah, Florida.
Dang.
Yeah, like so many different states.
I got hoes in different area codes. Area codes.
His thing was like basically like having sex with dead bodies until
they
necrophilia.
Deteriorated. That's wonderful.
Yeah, until they deteriorated or like animals got to them. So he would like revisit his murder sites and stuff, or his dumping sites, which is pretty typical of serial killers. And like as he was going on, like they're actually learning more and more about serial killers like as he's killing people. So it's kind of interesting. He made an escape
from prison.
Yeah, so he was held in Colorado, and he escaped because he jumped out a window, and then he ran up the mountain, tried to survive for a couple days, and then realized he couldn't survive. So then he like turned himself back in. He was like, "I'm dying." He lost like 25 pounds.
Jeez.
Yeah, like it was bad.
Guess he wasn't a Boy Scout.
Yeah. And then like the second time he slid through the vent. So there was like a vent on top, and he like pulled it off, and he got so skinny that like he just went up the vent and went out.
Oh my gosh.
And I was like, oh my God.
Jeez.
Yeah. So he ended up going to Florida, and then like at that point he was like degenerating, I guess. Is that a word?
Deteriorating, maybe? Like his body, like he himself was just
no, like the way that he was killing people was just like so like erratic. Like he didn't really have a plan anymore, and so he was just kind of killing because he wanted to kill. There was like an impulse that he had. So then he was finally like caught in Florida after like so many different attempts to like change how he looked and stuff. Like he could basically like blend into anything, and that was kind of the issue with him, is that he looked like so many different people that it wasn't like cut like, yes, that person is Ted Bundy. Like nobody could really identify him. The reason they got to they did identify him at one point was because someone actually like survived one of his attacks, and she like got out of the car like while it was driving.
Oh shit.
And,
yeah, I do the same thing.
Yeah, and like beat the shit out of him and stuff, and like all this stuff. So I mean, he's just like a fucked up person. He ended up, like I said, like in prison in Florida, and would get the electric chair in 89, I believe. But he was trying to like confess to all these different murders. He married this girl so his trials were televised. That's an interesting thing too, is because that was something that hadn't happened before. So his trials are all televised. He's like,
he had those crazy women that were like, I love you.
There was those women. Yes. So there was one that actually like he asked to marry while he was on trial. Like he was questioning her because he represented himself. Like I said, he's a cocky son of a bitch.
Wow.
But
it's pretty bold.
Yeah. His childhood, a lot of it has to do with being what people would consider like a bastard child at that point. His mother had him like super young in like a woman's home. So he felt like a lot of grief and like disturbance about that. He didn't really like the fact that he didn't really know who his dad was. So if you haven't seen Confession Tapes, go watch that first of all. But there's another one on Amazon Prime where his actual like girlfriend, what was her name? Elizabeth. I don't remember her last name. She spoke out, I think last year, about this, and she actually talks about like all the times she had with Ted Bundy, what she thought of him, what her daughter thought of him. Like there's so many different women that speak in this, and it talks about like the women's movement as well. So that one's called, oh shit. Just give me 1 second. I think it's called Falling for a Killer. So that's on Amazon Prime, and I'm pretty sure that's free, so you don't have to pay for it. And it's
There you
super
go.
good.
Like free is always good.
Yeah, it's honestly so good. And if you're obsessed with Ted Bundy,
free,
like I am, like you want to watch that. And I know it's weird to be obsessed with serial killers, but it's more like I guess more not really obsession. It's more of a fascination.
Yeah, definitely a fascination. I'm just obsessed with the psychology of the mind, the way that the mind works, and like what caused these people to do what they did. And because I think about that all the time, like in my own research, which is why I wanted to go atrocities. But I mean, the Civil War in itself is kind of an atrocity. Just one big fucking atrocity.
I agree.
Yeah, I don't know, 600,000 people died. I don't know, no big deal. Yeah, so that's Mr. Bundy, and not Ed Bundy. This isn't Married with Children.
Oh my god.
Al Bundy. Sorry, not Ed. Al Bundy. That was a great show. I love him. Married with Children. All right. Let's see. So another interesting. Come back over here. Hi guys. Another interesting serial killer. If you guys have watched the show Mindhunter, it follows the main character is Holden. However, in real life, it's basically John Douglas, a former FBI agent who he's retired now. He lives in Virginia, who decided to interview serial killers that were in prison to basically as his research. And he was trying to develop a reason why these guys did what they did, and to figure out, if you were to come upon a crime scene, how could you narrow down what was going on or what happened, or at least like kind of come up with the idea of what the person who did the killing, like you could actually narrow it down to like what kind of person they were. I mean, it's a fascinating process, but it took him years and years and years to do these interviews and this research. And one of his guys was Ed Kemper. So if you've watched the show Mindhunter, Ed Kemper is in the show. He's one of the most willing participants of the, I don't want to say experiment, but case study.
Yeah.
He's definitely one of the most willing. John Douglas and his partner learned a lot from Ed Kemper. I think Lola's got to go use the bathroom. So let's see. So Ed Kemper, he was a tall motherfucker. So he stood 6'9" tall, but he weighed 250 pounds.
Jesus.
That's a tall mother fluffer.
Yeah.
And I know that, yes, he was also extremely intelligent. Oh, Inked Wonder Woman, you have seen the series. Yes, I wish they would do more, because you've got to read the book, Anatomy of Motive. He's got Mindhunter, Obsession, Journey into Darkness. I've read all of John Douglas's books because at one point I wanted to be an FBI agent to study forensic profiling and all that. I wanted to do that. And then I was like, oh, you have to join the military. Oh, shit, you have to have a master's degree. I was like, I don't think I can do that, because that was at a time in my life. And I was like, military, fuck that. And then here I am, 11 years in the fucking army. Anyways, so he had an IQ of 145. Not only was he tall and strong, this guy was super, super smart. He could be manipulative, charming. I mean, this guy was like, if it wasn't for the murdering, he would be an amazing human being.
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the murdering. What he did to his mom was kind of fucked up, though. He did come from an abusive childhood. So it kind of created this rage inside of him. I kind of don't blame him.
A lot of it had to do with like his mother putting him down. Basically.
Yeah, his mom was a complete piece of shit. But what he did to his mom was really fucked up. He ended up killing her, beheading her, and then like basically skull fucking her. And then he buried her head or her body or whatever. I forgot where he put it. No, he would kill his victims, and they would like bury their bodies like looking up at his mother's bedroom window before he killed her. So, but yeah,
he said that his mother always liked when people looked up to her.
Yeah. I was like, oh shit. So he had told John Douglas, the former FBI agent, that he would bury cats alive and then he would dig them up, decapitating the creature and then impaling its head to a stake. And that was when he was 13. So he's 13 years old. He's abusing animals. Which is a sign of serial killer, bedwetting into a late age, coming from a broken home, having intimacy, relationship issues. Those are all part. And then, of course, he killed his own pet cat with a machete that his mom found in his bedroom. So,
keeping my cat close to me tonight.
I know. He's not coming after your kitty.
Psycho people.
He was just a very angry boy. He killed his grandparents because he was bored.
That's what he told them. I was bored. That was when he was like,
he was 15.
Yeah, so he went to juvie, but
yeah,
after like at 21 he got released to do that.
But like his mom, I got kicked off of live. Oh wait, I'll have to like get back on because it kicks you off after like an hour.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
We're doing some technical stuff.
Hi, I'm back. So, so yeah, he ended up shooting his grandma. So at like 15, he was sent to his grandparents, killed them. And then he was admitted to psychiatric hospital.
Mm-hmm.
And they said they found that he suffered from schizophrenia. And then he was transferred to a state hospital for the criminally insane. But due to his high IQ, his intelligence, and his seemingly pleasant demeanor, he managed to manipulate the hospital staff to allow him to access the assessment devices. So he memorized the responses that were used in the assessment process and fixed his own test psychiatric results in his favor. So he was able to like rig the system because he was able to just kind of manipulate that.
That's really messed up.
And then it was after he was 21, he was released, and then that's when his reign of terror began.
Yeah.
So he would use a technique to make his female victims comfortable around him. He applied. Oh yeah, that's right. He had failed attempts to become a state trooper. He really wanted to be a police officer in California, but he was a bored psychopath. And so he turned his attention to female hitchhikers in the area. And so he was able to convince them in the prime of their lives that he wasn't a threat. And he would convince them to get into his car. That way he could give them rides and whatever. And so that was how he was able to get his victims.
Was he the co-ed killer? Was that his thing?
I don't think. Why is it reconnecting? Whatever. I'll just get off. We'll just end the video. Sorry, IG. I'm not sure, but he would keep the heads of most of his victims. And then that's where he would, he discarded body parts and they were found washed up on the shore. And they would bury the head in his mother's backyard, like you said, so they could look up to her.
Mm-hmm.
They were kept as like serial killer trophies. And then he murdered his mother in the worst way. I already described how he did that. Oh yeah, and he used her head for like dart practice.
He had mommy issues.
He sure the hell, but she wasn't like a great person either.
No, she was
Not saying that
very-
she deserved to be decapitated, but I mean, she probably shouldn't have had children.
Yeah, she was one of those people that shouldn't have.
He ended up confessing everything to the police, and
He turned himself in.
yes,
Like he walked in there and was like, "Hey, I did this."
yeah, and he's still around today.
Jeez.
So he's currently 70-ish,
Wow.
and he's in relatively good health. He has outlived his victims by decades. That's sad. That's really sad.
That's really messed up. Oh my goodness. He's a really like interesting character though, probably because he's so intelligent that like he outsmarts.
Right, and he's
Yeah.
actually okay with being in prison. Like he, what is it?
The guards like him and everything, and
He waived his right to parole hearings, and he feels that he's happy, just as happy going about his life in prison. He probably knows that if he was to be released, that he would just
do it again.
that he would just keep doing it. I mean, at least he's aware of his issue. But yeah, he was sentenced in California. He was found guilty of first-degree murder, and he was sentenced to life behind bars.
Is it sad that there's
And that's where he is.
a
still to this
serial
day.
killer who is more self-aware than like normal people?
Yeah, I can't even get like regular people to hold themselves accountable.
Neither can I. We've gone a little bit over time.
We have. I hope you guys are interested. I mean, with the
I know we don't have we're
We don't
not
have
getting a lot of viewers right
That's okay.
now, but I know it's different. So if you don't really like it, like sorry, but not sorry.
yeah, the killer clown, John Wayne Gacy.
Yeah, we had a bunch of things lined up, but I mean,
I know. I'm sorry. I wanted to give you your birthday present, and
oh no, we talked about Hitler. For
we
like an
got
hour.
carried away with Hitler's birthday and making fun of him. That was funny. Look, I even got Hitler memes on Pinterest.
Oh my god.
Look, Saturday Night Fuhrer. Check that out. Like, these are funny. Oh, look, it's a kitty with a Hitler mustache.
It's Hitler.
Icon has Poland. Kittler.
Hitler. Yeah, so
They're the best. Hitler's a total piece of shit, but memes making fun of him are funny.
Millie.
Yes, Millie is. She's beautiful
Oh
in
my
that
goodness.
picture. I love it.
She's so royal. Everyone,
Hi, Lola. Do you want to
praise
say goodbye to
Queen.
everybody? Yes.
we forgot to pass the wiener last
Yeah, we
week.
didn't pass the wiener last week. So, because the wiener was sleeping and not in a very good mood.
She's grumpy.
She was grumpy. Can you say hi to everybody? Say hello. So is there what do you want to say to everybody out there?
Thanks for the
To have
birthday wish.
A wiener tastical day, an evening and week? Yeah?
I
Yes.
hope your week is full of wieners.
Yes. I hope you have a wienerful week. Right? Yes. Okay, I'm going to pass the wiener. Look at that. She goes from one screen to the other. It's pretty cool.
Nice sweet nugget.
Oh. See? More dogs and less people. Because dogs don't go around murdering people by the tens and hundreds and thousands and millions.
Dogs are just nice.
Dogs are just awesome
They don't
creatures.
talk back to you.
They do. Well, my Sasha does.
I guess so, yeah. Millie talks back to me, so
There you go.
she just meows at me.
But
like,
it's cute. It's like a cute sass.
I usually tell her to shut up. I'm like, you're fine. She's meow. Okay.
Don't catch me, man.
Yeah, so passing the wiener, I want to thank Kaylee for my beautiful gift. I'm so excited to put it up.
Yes.
It's gonna go up right when I get home. I'm gonna make Chris do something and hit hammers and nails and shit.
That's why we keep the guys around
Yeah.
so they can hang our stuff the right way.
I mean, I could probably do it myself.
Well, my husband busts out like the laser thing and
Oh, shit,
the
yeah.
leveler and the stud finder after he does the dad joke, putting it on himself. I stud finder, look, I found myself. No, but yeah, he does it so that everything is all straight and perfect.
Yeah, so I'm really glad that I'm really happy with this. It's so pretty.
Hope you guys enjoyed some of the serial killer information.
For the homework, do you want to just get them to do like a little blurb on their favorite serial killer?
Sure.
So if you have a favorite serial killer, or you're just fascinated by somebody, or you just want to learn about somebody, just do like a little blurb about.
And speaking of, on April 21st, 1947, Robert Black, a serial killer, he was a Scottish serial killer and pedophile, was born. So you share a birthday with him. I just thought I'd let you know.
Well, that's fucking good. Thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Yeah, so if you have, or if you just talk about one serial killer, it doesn't have to be the ones that we like.
Yeah, just write a little something down about a serial killer that fascinates you. And that is your number 7, question number 7 homework assignment. Yes, we are on 7 already. Cray. We've done 8 episodes with 7 homework assignments thus far.
Yeah. So yeah, that's all. I don't really have anything else.
Me neither.
Okay.
Hope you all have a great week.
Yeah.
Remember to pat yourselves on the back and to give yourselves a big hug.
And enjoy yourselves.
Yes, take care of yourselves, love yourself, and find a positive about yourself. Because life can be shitty, but it's not all that bad.
No. I mean, you could be a serial killer.
You could be a serial killer, or you could be killed by a serial killer.
Let's hope
You could be stabbed 39 times.
Oh my goodness.
For whatever reason.
This got dark real quick, so we're going to end it. Bye.
Bye.
Started in Ontario, Canada, for those who don't know. It was Rebecca, she went to Lubbock and she met Kaylee. Oh, the whole world didn't stop and explode. They were like, I don't know. But now they best friends, and here they go with their own show. And they gotta say, yo, they're gonna make you laugh, they're gonna make you cry. This is made in North America, oh my. Made in North America, made in North America.
Ooh, yeah. Made in North America.